Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting to order, please. It's so nice to see all of you guys tonight. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us at home. If you could all stand for the pledge, please. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All righty. Carrie Schofield is going to be here in a little bit. She was at the lacrosse game. Anyone here for public comment? Sure. Do you want to come up to the mic? Is there a mic there?
There is.
All right. Hello? Is that working?
Yes, that's for home. That's for the viewers at home.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Hello.
hello.
My name is Lisa Grobleski, and I am a resident of the town of Bourne and also a teacher, special ed teacher at Bournedale Elementary School. Thank you for letting me speak tonight. I'm here tonight to urge you to postpone the vote regarding the proposed excess space allocation at Bournedale Elementary School for the Champions Preschool and Wraparound program. Over the past several days, you've heard from staff members at Bournedale who've expressed serious concerns about giving up valuable educational space within our building to accommodate an outside for-profit company rather than prioritizing the needs of our current students and staff. At the same time, this program by Champions is already being advertised publicly, despite the fact that a vote has not been taken yet. Some months ago, staff members sat through a Canvas slideshow presented by the superintendent that discussed considerations for the Bournedale facility. Among these, listed as important considerations, was staff to have individual confidential space versus current shared locations. However, the 2026-2027 layout still includes the library sharing space with our early childhood program. It also listed under student experience that it will allow more classroom space for students and appropriate environments for specialist classes in unified arts. To break this down for you a little further, this proposal to repurpose space to this outside agency directly impacts several important learning spaces within our school. Some of you've read a detailed report from our librarian, clearly pointing out that it's a daily struggle for her to teach in a space effectively when sharing it with another program that services young babies and children right on the other side of the partition. She works daily in the shared environment with limited seating for students, and next year, kindergarten will have a writing program that she will be implementing that will be incorporated into her library activities. Yet this current space does not even adequately support the students having room to sit, write, or fully participate. In addition, the STEAM lab would also be moving to another space, lose access to natural light, sinks, and running water that are essential for the hands-on curriculum students need and participate in each day with. Activities involving paint, markers, glue, and other materials require immediate access to water and cleaning areas, and the proposed changes would significantly limit that functionality. In addition to what Champions offered in the past, which was before school and after school care, for the next school year they're offering a half-day pre-K to help with the wraparound issue, but it also lists full-day preschool, and this is listed right now on their website under the Champions at Bournedale Elementary School section. Why, when we're supposed to be an early childhood building, let another company and teachers come in and be teaching within our walls? That seems absurd to me. There are, and I don't quote me on this, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's at least 14 teachers at BES who hold pre-K licensure, including some of the UA teachers. But we're going to bring in other non-union employees to work in our space. Why can't we talk about utilizing our own existing staff for this? And why are we not going to have any full-day preschool classrooms aside from the intensive learning center pre-K class? Would it not make sense to offer full-day pre-K, which could then minimize our wraparound problem? Most importantly, this proposal seems inconsistent with the reasoning previously given for district restructuring and grade shifts, which centered around overcrowding concerns. It's difficult to understand how we can now simultaneously claim that there is excess space available within the building. Our early childhood elementary school should have a sensory room on each floor for students to utilize whenever they need it. It should have an actual room for physical therapy. It should have an indoor space for movement for our preschool students, because now there's not going to be as much space or time for them to go into the gym, because the gym will be holding PE and health and wellness. Excess space seems like something we should be waiting to think about in a year maybe, once we've let the dust settle and see if there was really any room that was open. In closing, I respectfully urge the committee to postpone tonight's vote. Please make a motion to table this agenda item temporarily. Open the conversation with the staff at Bournedale and take the time to further explore solutions that will truly prioritize the students and the staff currently learning and working at Bournedale. Thank you. I think that's probably over 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mrs. Wroblewski. We appreciate your comments. I'm going to put our response under the discussion line, which is a few numbers down, I guess. Does anybody else have a public comment? No? Okay. Thank you so much. All right, chairperson's report. Cape and Islands Legislative Breakfast. Did anybody go to that?
It's not until the 18th.
Oh, the 18th. Okay, and you'll go to that, Carrie? Okay. 18th of
I don't know if
May.
anybody else is going, but we have to respond by the 11th if we're going to go.
Okay, perfect. All right, awesome. Correspondence and announcements. I would like to announce that this is Carrie Schofield's last meeting. She's our vice chair. She has been a tremendous help. Carrie, if you know her, you love her. She's involved in everything. She is the best mother I know. She has been involved with BEF, with obviously school committee, and she's just always there to help. She works a full-time job, and she's always squeezing in meetings when she really doesn't have time, and she has just done an incredible job for the Bourne School. So I want to say thank you so much, Carrie, and we're really going to miss you. Thank you for all you've done.
Thank you.
And this is
Carrie.
oh, yes.
All of us, thank
Oh,
you.
Thank you.
We got you a gift, it's under here.
can
You
we?
can open it after. So correspondence, that's part of, so month of the military child, and I'd like to read the governor's proclamation. Whereas military members throughout Massachusetts and our nation serve to protect the principles and ideals on which this country was founded and seek to preserve our freedom, liberty, and democracy. And whereas service members and their families help sustain our military, and it is important to recognize the critical role of their children and dependents. And whereas many members of the armed forces are parents, caregivers, and guardians to children living both on military installations and across Massachusetts. And whereas military children face unique challenges, including concern for their parents' well-being, separation from their loved ones, and frequent relocation. And whereas military children and families make daily sacrifices to support their service member and play a vital role in the function of the United States Armed Forces. And whereas in 1986, former Secretary of Defense Caspar Weinberger designated the month of April as the month of the military child. And whereas Massachusetts recognizes the important role military children play in the armed forces community, both at home and abroad. And whereas Massachusetts is committed to providing the services and the support that military children need to success, now therefore I, Maura T. Healy, Governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, do hereby proclaim April 2026 to be the month of the military child. And I urge all of the residents of the Commonwealth to take cognizance of this event and participate fitting in abundance. Thank you. All righty, student advisory report, student spotlight.
Sorry. There you go.
Hi, I'm Valerie Mormon, and I'm going to talk about April at the Bourne Intermediate School. So first, to go with Month of the Military Child, at the intermediate school there was Purple Up Day. So this was held at the intermediate school, but it was a celebration for students across all of our different schools, and it was a day where students and staff honored the military-connected children and their families. And like I said, Purple Up Day is a part of the Month of the Military Child, celebrating the sacrifices and the resilience of military kids.
Sorry,
That's okay. And here are just a few pictures. So events like this are super important at not only the intermediate school, but across all the schools in our district, because each school at our district is actually a Purple Star school, meaning that they're very connected and celebrate all the children that are military connected. And so having events like this are just super important to not only those children, but our community as a whole. There's also Family Paint Night, and this was a PTA-hosted event, and it was where students and their parents could follow along with a step-by-step instructor to create their own little masterpieces. And it was a wonderful night of creativity and connection, and as you can see, they all painted the same picture, and they're all holding it up there.
That's awesome.
And then there was a BMS transition presentation where the 4th and 5th grade students had the opportunity to meet with Miss Sirota, Miss Conlon, and current BMS students just to ask questions about their transition that's going to take place next year to BMS and learn about the many exciting opportunities awaiting them next year. So having stuff like this for the younger children is just so important to just give them a better idea and a better comfort of what's going to happen next year when they are going to a new school. And they had the opportunity to ask questions for themselves about what might be on their minds when transitioning. And one that I saw that I thought was so cute is they were very curious about if they were still going to have recess. And so just questions like that, that they might, when we are talking to them about different things that might not necessarily be on our minds, but are on their minds and are important to answer for them just to help them with the transition for next year. Next was High Five Friday. This is where members of the Bourne Police Department, the Fire Department, the Bourne School County Sheriff's Department, and the Massachusetts State Police line the entrance of the intermediate school on the Friday morning before April vacation to give all the students high fives as they arrived. Awesome. This was a very simple act, but it made a big difference in the students' morale and set a positive tone for the day that they were already pretty excited for, knowing it was the Friday before break. It was just an opportunity to connect with the town and the students. And then a few other things were Poem in My Pocket Day. This is where students carried their favorite poem in their pocket and shared it throughout the day. And this is a national celebration that takes place on elementary schools all throughout the country, and it helps celebrate poetry and encourages a love of language and creative expression. This was another national celebration, was Autism Awareness Day. And this is where the school came together to raise awareness and celebrate the unique strengths of every learner in the school. And to celebrate this, students wore blue and participated in different activities that just promoted inclusion and understanding amongst all the students. And that's it.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Do you have any questions?
You did an amazing job, and that's beautiful. I love the layout, and it looks so happy and fun. The poem in the pocket, what is that? They just carry around the poem, and then they just take it out and read it? Or
Yeah, so
to
this
people?
has happened for a while. This even happened when I was in elementary school, so hearing about it, I know it was something that I really enjoyed. So it's just so cute to hear about it. So basically, in like your English classes, or you can either search one up or you can make your own poem, and then I know when I was in elementary school, we wrote it on a little piece of paper that looked like a pocket, and you keep it in your pocket, and then if anyone came up to you, like a student or a teacher, and asked to hear your poem, you can show your poem to this teacher. If it was a student, you can hear about each other's poems, and it was just a cute little way to get everyone interacting and talking.
That is amazing. I have the goosebumps. Oh, that's awesome. You did such a great job, Lila. Thank you so much. Awesome job. Thank you. All right. Update on Navigator Awards. We have an update on Navigator Awards. Does everybody know what the Navigator Awards are? Do you want to Could you explain?
Would you like me to? Yes.
Yeah, that would be great if you could.
And you know what, if you don't mind, I just do want to mention that Dr. Joe is not here. She did, of
Yes,
course, send her
I was supposed to say
regrets.
that, sorry.
No,
Yes.
that's okay. She is dealing with a family medical
Yes.
issue, so of course we wish her, send her all our good thoughts.
Yes.
So, but she is very much wishing that she was here.
Yes.
So the Bourne School Committee recognizes students, staff, and alumni whose exemplary actions, achievements, and contributions reflect the Bourne Public Schools Canalman core values and align with the BPS vision, inspired to learn, empowered to explore, and prepared to act. Student recipients of the Navigator Award are forging their own path and navigating their way into the future. Staff recipients of the Navigator Award are going above and beyond to help students navigate their path by creating an environment that sets Bourne Public Schools apart. And new this year, people have the opportunity to nominate alumni. Alumni recipients of the Navigator Award are recognized for continuing to represent Bourne Public Schools through their character, accomplishments, service, leadership, or positive impact beyond graduation. They will be recognized in the following three categories: Young Alumni, which would be graduates within the past 5 years, Outstanding Service to the Community, and Lifetime Achievement Award. The Canalman core values are commit to excellence, adapt to challenges, nurture the whole child, act with accountability, lead with integrity, motivate all to reach their full potential, empower students to think critically and independently, and navigate through life with purpose and curiosity. So the nominations are open until May 22nd, and the school committee, it's your award, you get to review the nominations following the close of the nomination period, and we will be presenting, or you will be presenting, the Navigator Awards on June 3rd. So,
And we'll put the links out on Friday. Was that when? I think we're going
be
to.
doing that.
I think we're going to get the links out for Friday to start voting.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
So not voting, but not nominating.
Or not nominating, sorry, not voting. Yeah.
Nominating, right, and then so when the
Nomination,
nominations
yes.
are,
Yep.
the nominations are complete, then you will review them and
Yep.
present them at the June meeting. And
Perfect.
people can reach out to
Thank
you,
you.
Donna, with any questions, so.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, Mrs. Borney. All righty. Superintendent's report or assistant superintendent's report?
Superintendent's report, but yes, so, not, and I
Mrs.
clearly am
Bourne.
not her, so. I want to start with, we do have a couple of additions, and this is one. As some of you may know, in the school committee, as you've certainly heard, our tech director, Chris Oliver, has been working with some of our students in conjunction with some of Dartmouth students to create a promotional video for the high school, and I believe we have a big reveal.
We do, thank you,
Love it.
Assistant Superintendent Borning. So as many of you may have remembered, I think at the last meeting I had shared with you that some of our Bourne High School students were working on collaborating. So what I'm happy to share with you is that this video will be used on our social media, our website, and other media outlets to share all the great things that are happening every day in our high school here. I also felt this would be a great opportunity to see what kind of interest our seniors not only our seniors, but our students here at Bourne High School would have in working in television production as well. We have Bourne Television right here in our building. I've met with Bourne Television. They've expressed some interest in working with our students in the future as well. But I wanted to give them our students some opportunity to work with other high school students that has a video production program. So I felt this collaboration was a great opportunity. I know the video production teacher well at Dartmouth High School, so we worked on a collaboration. Approximately 6 of their high school seniors, actually some seniors and sophomores came out. They took a field trip here. They worked with some of our high school students. They interviewed students, staff, did some drone footage inside, and we're happy. This is not our final draft. This is I would say it's a final rough draft. We have some more outdoor footage we want to get, but we certainly want to share this with you, especially we have some school committee members that are not going to be with us at the next meeting, as well as high school seniors. So we're certainly excited. I'm excited to share this with you, and I hope that, like I said, it's a final rough draft, but certainly not the final draft.
All right.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Are we going to need tissues, Chris?
It's on the desktop computer. Because I'm
At Bourne High School on Cape Cod, learning goes beyond the classroom. It's about preparing students for the future. Through our DESE Innovation Career Pathways, students explore high-demand fields like business and finance, environmental and life sciences, healthcare and social assistance, and computer science.
I mean, we recognize that our students are not just a name on our roster. We're in constant communication. I think that's another great thing about a small school is that if someone is struggling, we pick up on it. You know, we notice it and we're there to help.
I think I really enjoy working here because of the tight-knit community of faculty and staff and the students. So there's a lot of opportunities here. I think what I love about this school is we're a small school, but we really have kind of a big school mentality in terms of the things that offer students.
In that it's not like nobody's solemn or bored or quiet. Everybody's interacting with one another. Teachers, most of us know our peers pretty well, and even kids in other grades.
I mean, it opened up so many opportunities for me. It's very engaging. I mean, you can't really get away with just sitting around. I mean, the teachers know your name. Everyone knows everybody.
I think opportunities, the big one for me is definitely still the internships.
Yet we all come together at this high school. This school is absolutely uniting amongst that of the uniqueness of living among the canal.
It offers so much for kids, and the relationships that teachers are able to build with students, I think is really important. I think all 4 years, the biggest thing that has really welcomed me here is the community. It's really welcoming.
Even though it's a smaller school, we have so many options to explore what you might be interested in.
Our diverse pathways, including arts and communications, education, government and public administration, and public safety, empower students to discover their passion and define their goals. Every senior in an innovation pathway completes a 100-hour internship, gaining real-world experience in building the skills needed for success. Through our early college program, in partnership with the Massachusetts Maritime Academy, eligible students can earn transferable college credits while still in high school, building independence, responsibility, and a strong foundation for their future. With 19 advanced placement courses, students are challenged, inspired, and prepared for what comes next.
I've had a really good experience at this school. I love Bourne. You'll have a place here, regardless where you are.
Good stuff.
That was so good.
So I do want to just quickly
goodness.
thank Robert Parati, the television production teacher over at Dartmouth High School, for collaborating with us. And it's not over yet. We're going to be doing some outdoor drone footage as soon as the weather breaks and it's a little bit nicer here on the Cape.
Nice.
But it was certainly a wonderful opportunity for our students to collaborate.
Oh my gosh,
It was
that's
actually one of our students, I believe Trenton, who was doing all the interviewing on the other side. You didn't get to see him, but he was actually interviewing all the students and all the staff.
That's awesome. You guys did an incredible job.
We're excited. We're hoping over the next couple of months, we just got to tweak it a little bit more, and then sometime, probably in June, I would say end of June, we'll be able to release it officially.
Nice. Congratulations.
So.
That's amazing. Did you hire a professional voiceover for that? Or did you hire for that?
Did you recognize that?
Yes, yes, that was very nice. Awesome job.
Thank you.
All righty, so announcements and accolades.
So next, we have the recognition of our BHS Unified National Banner Champion School. So I'm going to hand it over to Director Donahue.
Thank you. Come up.
awesome, yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh my gosh, that's great.
So, and it was showcased in the video, so thank you.
Oh, nice.
It is wonderful. So
Amazing.
we have this honor and recognize the achievement that reflects the very best of who we are as a district. Being awarded the National Banner for Special Olympics Unified Champion School is a powerful statement about what makes a Bourne School community truly special. At its core, this banner represents our commitment to inclusion, teamwork, and respect, values that far extend beyond the field of athletics. It affirms that Bourne is a place where students of all abilities are welcomed, supported, and celebrated, and where we actively work to create opportunities for every student to participate and belong. For Bourne, this recognition strengthens our entire school culture. It shows that our students are not only competing together, but learning to understand one another, building friendships, and breaking down barriers that too often separate people. It elevates school pride, encourages empathy, and reinforces the idea that excellence is not defined solely by winning games, but by how a community treats each other. The national banner also reflects positively on the broader Bourne community. Families, staff, and local supporters can see our schools modeling the kind of inclusive environment that prepares students to become compassionate, collaborative citizens. It becomes a point of pride for the town, highlighting Bourne as a leader in promoting equity, connection, and opportunity for all. In short, earning this banner is more than an award. It is a statement about who we are and what we stand for as a community, where everyone has a place, everyone has a value, and everyone can shine. This achievement also reflects the extraordinary dedication of adaptive physical education teacher and athletic director Kristen Alexander, whose leadership has been a driving force behind our unified sports. Kristen's commitment to creating meaningful opportunities for students with and without disabilities has transformed unified sports into a cornerstone of our school identity. Through her vision, her coordination, and countless hours of behind-the-scenes work, she has built a program that not only meets the rigorous standards for our national banner, but elevates the entire school community. Kristen has helped students form genuine friendships, develop confidence, and experience the joy of teamwork in the purest form. She has empowered staff and families to embrace inclusion as a shared responsibility, and she has modeled what it looks like to lead with heart, patience, and unwavering belief in every student's potential. Equally essential to this success has been the steadfast support of physical therapist Susie Blunt, whose retirement marks the close of a remarkable chapter in Bourne's history. The role of the physical therapist in school systems is both profound and often unseen. PTs help students develop their mobility, strength, and functional skills they need to access their education, participate fully in school life, and gain independence. Susie has embodied this role with exceptional professionalism, calm, and compassion. Her presence has been a steadying force for students, families, and staff alike. Susie's work has touched nearly every corner of our school community, literally. She has supported students in classrooms, hallways, playgrounds, and athletic spaces, always with a patience and an unwavering dedication to helping each child reach their fullest potential. Her collaboration with the Unified Sports Program has been invaluable, ensuring that students have the physical support, encouragement, and confidence they needed to participate in the program meaningfully and safely. Her quiet leadership and deep care have helped create an environment where students feel capable, included, and proud of what they can accomplish. The national banner is in many ways a reflection of the collective impact of educators like Kristen and Susie, individuals who lead with purpose, who believe in the power of inclusion, and who show every day what it means to put students first. Their work has strengthened the Bourne public school community, shaped its culture, and left a legacy that will continue to inspire long after the banner is hung. Thank you.
Aw,
This is a future of Unified.
Yes.
that's awesome. That's amazing. Congratulations, everyone. And Miss Taylor, that's your front page for tomorrow on the Enterprise. Amazing. Thank you so much, you guys, for everything you do.
Been fun.
Oh, my gosh.
Where's the banner going? Is it going to
It's
go in
going
the
in
gym?
June.
I believe it's gonna go in
Yes,
the
right,
gym.
yeah. Oh, good. Oh, that's so exciting. Gosh, get teary-eyed. All righty, okay, on to BHS DECA student accolades.
Great. So
They've
we
been
have-
very
yes,
busy.
They've been
Yes,
DECA has
very
been very
busy.
busy, so if you can come up with me. And Mr. Geist.
Whatever you want me to do, it doesn't matter.
So we're just really here to honor the accomplishments of our students who are in DECA, and of course their advisor, Ms. Maurice, who has just really grown this program in such a short amount of time. So I know not all the students were able to attend, but we are going to recognize each student's accomplishment, and then if you are here when we call your name and recognize your accomplishments, if you can come up, please. So, do you want
me to
how do we
call?
want- How do we want to do it?
Oh,
We
yeah.
have, do you want to read them?
Sure, if you would like. Brady Banks.
Yeah.
What's it, yeah, Brady Banks? Yes. All righty.
I'm going to read what is it
Oh, sorry. All righty. Okay, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district competition, business service, first place marketing, industry, cluster exams, second place role play, for role play 1, second place role play 2, first place overall states bound state qualifier in business services. All right, good job, Brady. All right. Margaret Berry, of Bourne High School, grade 10, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district marketing communications, team decision-making, 5th place overall, states bound, state marketing team decision-making, first place role play 1, top 7 overall, ICDC national qualifier and ICDC national qualifier. Very good, Margaret. Or Maggie, right? Maggie. All right, Malachi Coelho, of Bourne High School, grade 11, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district sports and entertainment, team decision-making, second place marketing, industry cluster exam, top 10 overall. Awesome. Okay. Sean Collins of Bourne High School, grade 12, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district restaurant, full serve management, third place hospitality, industry cluster exam. Awesome, Sean. Kaori Kroom, did I spell that? Did I say that correctly? Okay. Of Bourne High School, grade 10, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically state qualifier in integrated marketing campaign, service and ICDC, emerging leader series, thriving academy representative. Great job. All right. Lillian DeMora, Bourne High School, grade 10, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district quick serve restaurant management, second place hospitality industry cluster exam, third place role play 2, second place overall state qualifier in quick serve restaurant management. Awesome. Adriana DeMora, Bourne High School, grade 12, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district quick serve restaurant management, top 10 overall, state qualifier in integrated marketing campaign event. Very good. Aw, I'm getting hungry with all this restaurant talk. Paige Doherty, she's here, of Bourne High School, grade 10, competitions, specifically district sports and entertainment, team decision-making, top 10 overall, state qualifier, and project management sales project. There. Oh, you got this. All right. Autumn Gomes of Bourne High School, grade 9, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically states DECA Quiz Bowl. And there was Quiz Bowl and it says and something got left off.
We'll fix it.
It was probably restaurant. I'm sure it was restaurant, right? Theodore Gu. Of Bourne High School, grade 10, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically District Retail Merchandising Series, third place Marketing Industry Cluster Exam, top 10 overall. Frank Gruhl of Bourne High School, grade 11, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically District Sports and Entertainment Team Decision-Making, top 10 overall. Sophia Halloran of Bourne High School, grade 12, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically District Sports and Entertainment Series, third place Marketing Industry Cluster Exam, third place Role Play 1, fourth place overall States Bound, state qualifier in Sports and Entertainment Marketing Series. Alrighty, Reese Jones. Bourne High School, grade 11, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically District Marketing Communication Series, second place Marketing Industry Cluster Exam, first place Role Play, top 10 overall, State Business Growth Plan, top 7 overall, ICDC National Qualifier, and ICDC National Qualifier. Very good. All right. Mia Kenny of Bourne High School, grade 11, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district competition buying and merchandising, team decision-making, second place Marketing Industry Cluster Exam, state qualifier in project management sales project, and there was something else. Okay, good. All right, good job. All right. Sydney Key of Bourne High School, grade 10, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically District Retail Merchandising Series, third place Marketing Industry Cluster Exam, top 10 overall ICDC Emerging Leaders Series Thrive Academy representative. All right. James Kirby of Bourne High School, grade 10, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically District Finance Team Decision-Making, fifth place overall States-Bound, state qualifier in Finance Team Decision-Making. All right, McKenna Luce of Bourne High School, grade 10, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically District Marketing Communications Team Decision-Making, fifth place overall States Bound, State Marketing Team Decision-Making, first place Role Play 1, top 7 overall ICDC National Qualifier and ICDC National Qualifier. Lola Lumley! Bourne High School, grade 10, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competition, specifically state qualifier in integrated marketing campaign service. Congratulations. There you go. All right, Bree Lunaday, Bourne High School, grade 11, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district entrepreneurship, team decision-making, third place Role Play 2, third place overall States Bound, state qualifier in entrepreneurship, team decision-making. Luna Day of Bourne High School, grade 11, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district entrepreneurship, team decision-making, third place role play 2, third place overall, states bound, state qualifier in entrepreneurship, team decision-making. Nick McCollum of Bourne High School, grade 12, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district entrepreneurship, team decision-making, first place role play 1. Adriana McCarthy of Bourne High School, grade 10, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district sports and entertainment team decision-making, top 10 overall, state qualifier in project management, sales project ICDC Emerging Leaders Series, Thrive Academy representative. All right, is Hunter? No, Hunter's not here. Oh, yeah, come on up, come on up. Hunter McLean, Mrs. McLean. Oh, yes.
Talking as usual.
Of Bourne High School, grade 12, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competition, specifically district entrepreneurship, team decision-making, first place role play 1. Congratulations. All right, let's see who's next. Lila Moorman. Woo! Of Bourne High School, grade 11. I don't know why I have to do this. For exhibiting excellence in DECA competition, specifically district competition, business law, and ethics team decision-making. First place role play 1. Third place, role play 2. Second place overall, state competitions, business law and ethics team decision making. Top 7 overall, ICDC national qualifier and ICDC national qualifier. I don't know I know, we are so, I shouldn't read that really. Okay, Declan McDermott, is he here? Of Bourne High School, grade 12, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district finance team decision-making, 5th place overall, statesbound state qualifier in finance team and decision-making. Awesome, Declan. All right, to Sophia O'Neill of Bourne High School, grade 10, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district entrepreneurship, individual series, top 10 overall. Great. All right. Jackson Palmboard, sorry. Of Bourne High School, grade 11, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically state qualifier in project management, sales, project. Very good, Jackson. Dion Patel, Bourne High School, grade 12, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competition, specifically district retail merchandising series, first place role play 2, 4th place overall, states bound, state qualifier in entrepreneurship team decision making. All right. Olivia Rajinsky, okay. She also goes to Bourne High School. Grade 11. I mean, I could probably eliminate all of some of this stuff, right? We all know they go to Bourne High. Okay, grade 11, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competition, specifically district marketing communication series, 4th place overall, states bound, state qualifier in integrated, I don't know why I'm so integrated, yes. Marketing campaign event and ICDC Emerging Leaders Series, Thrive Academy representative. Awesome. Brady. Oh, Brady's here. All right. He also goes to Bourne High School. He is in grade 9 for exhibiting excellence in DECA competition, specifically states DECA Quiz Bowl. This is amazing. Good job. Are you a hugger? No. Good job. That's amazing. Awesome. Aw. 12th grade. For exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district entrepreneurship, individual series, third place industry cluster exam. Jonathan Santucci, he's in grade 11, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district travel and tourism, team decision-making, 5th place overall statesbound, state qualifier in travel and tourism, team decision-making. Nolan Schofield. Mrs. Schofield, could you please accept his award? He also goes to Bourne High School. He's in grade 11. He goes here, right?
I
Of
do,
course,
right.
everyone knows Nolan.
Of course, because he's one of my friends.
One of your friends, awesome. For exhibiting excellence in DECA, competition specific, state qualifier in project management, sales, projects, good job. It's so awesome. All righty, McKinley Scully, grade 12, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district hospitality, team decision-making, top 10 overall. All right, Hayden Seeley, grade 11, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district travel and tourism, team decision-making, 5th place overall, statesbound, state qualifier in travel and tourism team decision-making. Taylor Samard, is she here? No. Grade 11 for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district competition business law and ethics team decision-making. 1st place role play 1, 3rd place role play 2, 2nd place overall state competition business law and ethics team decision-making, top 7 overall ICDC national qualifier. Awesome job, Taylor. Emily Sudo, is she here? No. Grade 11 for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district buying and merchandising, team decision-making, top 10 overall states, school-based enterprise gold certification, ICDC national qualifier. All right. Tessa Stone, she's in grade 11, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district buying and merchandising, team decision-making, top 10 overall states, school-based enterprise gold certificate, ICDC national qualifier. Very good. Ella Swerkowski, yes, okay. She's in grade 11 for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district hospitality, team decision-making, top 10 overall. Awesome, Ella. Isabel Yeary, she's in 12th grade, for exhibiting excellence in DECA competitions, specifically district quick serve restaurant management, and top 10 overall. And before we close this part of our episode, I would like to call you up, Ms. Maureen. Thank you for all you do. Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, why don't we get her picture? Yeah. I saw that. Thank you. I know. Thank you. It's a lot. Oh, thank you. All righty. Okie dokie.
Continuing on in the superintendent's report.
Yes.
So any students that have come, this is a good, you're welcome to not stay for the rest of school committee. If you
Yes.
don't want, you're welcome always, but it's a long night, so you're welcome to leave.
Thank you, guys. Thank you
Congratulations
so much.
again. Thank you so
Congratulations,
much.
everybody. All right.
And at this time, this is the district calendar, so I'm going to invite Principal Colbert and Principal Carpenito up. And maybe we'll go in reverse order, because I have the high school. So to the quick high school, if we can find it, May. So Dr. McGuire sends her regrets. She has a event for her daughter. I think it's her daughter's step-up night to 6th grade, actually. So the high school update is thank you so much to Bourne Police, Bourne Fire, the Nickerson Bourne Funeral Home, as well as the BHS drama students, and Mr. Burke for facilitating an important event in the mock car crash for the juniors last week. And if you came by the high school, you saw the car. We had meaningful debriefing conversations with students around safety and planning in advance of the prom and other summer and senior year events. Students are taking AP exams this week and next. We wish them luck and success as they show what they know and have worked so hard on over the last year. Junior prom is taking place this Saturday at White Cliffs Country Club in Plymouth, and we're looking forward to seeing everyone dressed up and ready for a wonderful evening. Next weekend, BHS Theater presents High School Musical. We hope you can join us Thursday, Friday, or Saturday for a great performance. Tickets are available through On the Stage, which is a link that is available on the high school Facebook page, and through Parent Square. Showtimes are Thursday night at 7, Friday night at 7, and this is the 14th and 15th, Saturday, May 16th at 1, and Saturday, May 16th at 6. So lots of opportunities to see that fantastic show. All sophomores are taking MCAS on May 19th and 20th, wrapping up intervention groups during WIN for students to ensure they feel confident in testing. Wednesday, May 20th is also the spring concert. Please join us for this free show that is open to the public at 7 p.m. in the BHS auditorium to hear the amazing performances of both band and chorus. The Memorial Garden ceremony has been scheduled for Tuesday, May 26th at 1 p.m. This is a special remembrance of students who passed away while they were attending Bourne Public Schools. That is a little bit of a change to our traditional date, so just so that everyone is aware, and we will be sending out info, but again, it's Tuesday, May 26th at 1 p.m. On May 28th, we invite you to join us for the Senior Showcase, an annual event where we once again recognize the work of our senior interns, our early college students, and future educators. This is always a great event that celebrates our students. After a reception for interns and their community partners and mentors, we will begin the public event at 5 p.m. And this week, you'll be receiving a formal invitation to graduation on Saturday, June 6th at 10 a.m. at Jackson Field. We look forward to your participation. So, can't believe we're there already. But
I know.
there you go.
I have a question in regards to the, what was that?
I said you don't have to raise your hand.
Oh, well.
I like that you do that.
I have a question in regards to the Memorial Garden.
Yeah.
How are we going to notify families this year?
So there's
Do
an
we-
invitation that goes out
Okay.
to families, and then we can
Okay.
also use our social media channels. and-
Perfect. Have they already gone out, do you know,
You know
to the
what, I
families?
don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
But I
All
will
right.
follow up on that
Perfect.
tomorrow.
I received my invitation. Did you guys get your invitation?
Yes.
Really nice invitation, yeah, so good.
Yeah. But no, I know that we did a lot of work last year shoring up addresses.
Yes.
Because that is one of the challenges that sometimes families move or,
Sure.
you know, get age. So I think, I know they did a lot of work on that last year. I know
Perfect.
making sure that all families know is a priority.
Good,
And we
okay.
will also make sure that's heavily posted on.
Yep,
the-
and we can put it on Bourne Residents and share that away.
That's perfect. If you
Good.
post it, you can share that.
Good. All right,
Good.
thank
And
you.
then I believe Principal Colbert has the BMS update as well. And then you can just stay right on up there and cruise through your own.
I should have worn glasses because I didn't blow up what you wrote. So, presenting for BMS, our students returned today from an amazing educational experience at Nature's Classroom. The new location in Swansea, New Hampshire was stunning, and highlights included outdoor time, bonding experiences, hands-on STEM-focused activities. And here are some of the students, what they said about it. They caught 2 salamanders, they found baby turtles on the beach, and the dorms with my best friends were all awesome. Sounds like we missed a good time.
The photos are beautiful.
We are celebrating Teacher Appreciation Week next week because of Nature's Classroom trip. Thank you to PTA and our families for planning an amazing week next week. In recognition of Mental Health Awareness Month this May, Bourne Middle School is launching a comprehensive initiative to foster community and support student well-being. Our efforts include When I'm Stressed Wall, featuring photos of staff engaging in coping strategies, weekly thematic programming, including Screen-Free Week, May 4th to the 10th, followed by weeks dedicated to self-care, physical activity, and kindness. Wellness Morning, May 21st. During our scheduled half-day, students will rotate through wellness stations including Zumba, guided imagery, meditation, healthy snacking, and visits from our comfort dog, Shelby. The Yellow Tulip Project, thanks to a grant secured by Mrs. Conlon and Mrs. Kenyon, we're launching this initiative to smash the stigma around mental health. The Courtyard Club will plant yellow tulip bulbs on campus in the fall, which will bloom next May as a symbol of happiness and hope. I have seen them all over the Cape this spring.
Yeah.
Community partnerships. We are collaborating with Mrs. Donahue and Bourne Substance Free Coalition to host a student-focused wellness event during a lunch period this month. I think you'll find me at BMS quite a bit. Mentoring night at Fenway. We are excited to share that our school has been gifted 12 tickets to the Red Sox Mentoring Night on May 14th. We are currently coordinating with our mentor volunteers to organize this trip for our students. A huge thank you to our mentors for their unwavering commitment to our students' success. Your work continues to change lives and foster bright futures here at BMS. And finally, Memorial Day participation at Otis Air Force Base. We are honored to have been invited back to participate in the Memorial Day celebration and ceremony at Otis Air Force Base on Thursday, May 21st. May 21st is scheduled early release day, so our after-school select choir will remain at school to travel as a group to the base. We are pleased to share the event organizers at Otis have generously offered to cover all transportation costs and provide lunch for our students. This is a wonderful opportunity for our choir to represent Bourne Middle School and participate in a meaningful community tribute.
Nice. Thank you.
And moving on to BIS, before we move into May, I want to thank the students for highlighting BIS. The Purple Up Day is one of my favorite days of the year, and I would have to thank Mrs. Amory Ridings, who is the backbone to that entire event. I think that those that attended can speak to it. It's definitely a heartfelt day for the families and the students. And it's really fun to hear the students, especially the littles, speak about their experiences as a military child. And moving into May, May is off to an incredible start here at Bourne Intermediate School, and it's shaping up to be a month full of celebration, pride, and connection across our school community. We began the month by honoring the heart of BIS, our amazing teachers, counselors, nurse, and staff during this week's Teacher Appreciation Week. Thanks to our truly fabulous and dedicated PTA, the week has been filled with thoughtful surprises and well-deserved treats. Staff had enjoyed fancy hydration station, delicious taco bar complete with build-your-own tacos that were homemade, actually at Knockabout, by our amazing Meg Myrner, who did them all herself.
Oh my goodness.
So I have to say a great thank you to her. A much-needed classroom supply replenished happened today to stock hand sanitizers, tissues, and other essentials. The celebration continues tomorrow with a traveling snack cart, making a door-to-door service for our teachers, and will wrap up with personalized Bourne totes, perfect for carrying all things school. We are so grateful for the care and appreciation of all of our teachers. We are so proud to share that we have completed all but one of our spring MCAS assessments for 2026, with grade 5 wrapping up tomorrow. Each testing day has been made extra special. Thanks again to our PTA volunteers who have created opportunities for our students to get outside, if you see them before school, moving and playing games before testing. It has been so fun to see our students painting, playing, laughing, and starting their days with joy. I cannot express how much pride we have for our students. Their hard work and perseverance have truly stood out this year. And again, I need to say an extra special thank you to Ellen Trott, who is my assistant principal, who has put in countless hours in making sure that it has gone smoothly. And to our tech team, one more day, we have had no glitches. So we are very grateful for that. Looking ahead, we are excited to welcome incoming grade 2 and grade 3 families to BIS next Wednesday for our Parent Information Night. Parents will have an opportunity to meet incredible teachers, specialists, counselors, and our school nurse, and learn more about the exciting year they have ahead. We look forward to building a strong connection with our newest BIS families. One of our biggest and most spectacular and anticipated events is coming up, which is our BIS Art Show. Will take place on May 27th. This year's theme is pirates, so if you come, it is all things pirates, starting with a spirit day of pirates and princesses, And as you know, Mrs. Donovan, you know that she spares she spares nothing that she does not think of. Please join us in walking the plank through these years' worth of incredible student artwork. The evening will also include a pirate-themed snacks, food trucks, fun activities, and a treasure chest full of goodies for students to bring home. It's always a magical night celebrating the creativity and talent of our students, and we hope to see you there. We round off the month, including that week, when students will enjoy a fun-filled week of the Spring Scholastic Book Fair, as well as our final school store, celebrating those who have consistently demonstrated our B2B expectations. These moments are always a great way to recognize and reward our students' positive contributions to our school community. I personally am also excited to share that I'm going to be running the Falmouth Road Race in honor of Larry Kelch. And we are going to be holding a fundraiser that the link will be going out soon to support the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. For those that know, Larry's been dealing with very acute form of cancer since last spring. And he did receive wonderful news over this past week, so he is on the path that he needs to, but every dime raised will go to the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. And before closing, I want to once again extend a heartfelt thank you to our incredible PTA. While there may not be an official appreciation week for you, please know how deeply valued you are. Your dedication and generosity make lasting impact on our students, staff, and the entire BIS community. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll just add, you didn't thank yourself for that Purple Up event. That was amazing.
Thank you.
You're so calm. It's like your house. I want to hire you for my next party. You're just so gracious and welcoming. So you did an amazing job yourself.
I appreciate
Thank you.
that.
All right, Mrs. Carpenito.
I'm going to start going backwards a little bit to April 26th. So one of our first grade students, Landon Boussier, was nominated by Mrs. Kelly to be the recipient of the Most Improved Student Award and was recognized during their WooSox game that day. In the letter, sorry, Noel needs her glasses, I have to take mine off. In his award letter, they wrote, "Throughout your life, you will find that improvement is a constant, ongoing process. Everything we do, we can do better. We can brush our teeth better, we can learn to read better, we can practice kindness better, we can behave better. None of us is perfect, yet each of us can improve. We admire that you have inspired your teachers to recognize your improvement." So he had a wonderful day. They recognized him out on the field. His family was out there. They got to participate in all the activities. Just a really great way to show how much your effort pays off. So it was a really, really nice ceremony. Once again this week, we are thanking our PTA as we celebrate all of our incredible staff members that make Bourne Public Schools as amazing as it is. From our bus drivers to lunch heroes, counselors, ESPs, custodial and maintenance crews, therapists, unified arts teachers, and classroom teachers. Every single person works to make sure our students are happy and successful every single day. Our PTA really goes above and beyond to make sure that everyone is recognized and just has an amazing week with what they bring in. We started with the hydration stations as well and had personalized cups, and we have food trucks this week, and today it was fun watching the building and the kids dressing as their favorite teacher. Miss Sheehy was definitely the sure winner in that one.
I saw a picture of that.
If anybody saw the amount of staff that also dressed like Mrs. Sheehy, it was definitely eye-opening walking around and trying to figure out which one was the real Mrs. Sheehy all day. On the 4th, this past Monday, we had our Born Around the World event, so our Parent Plus program from Mara Dankert brought in, we had student interns working on that event and 13 different families who work with her who brought in their cultures and educated families on the history from various countries. Even despite the bridge traffic that evening, it was very well attended. They're already planning and looking forward to bringing in even more countries next year and more rich culture that is just present in Bourne. During this week, Mrs. Ward has been putting together some fun bingo activities for students and really working to help families be outside instead of picking up the screens. Today, hopefully they made it before all this rain. They were out at Potomac Crossing inviting the Bournedale families to play miniature golf from 4 to 5 and just get out and enjoy the fresh air. It is amazing how many students are in awe when they finally look up from their screen and see all the things that they could spend their afternoons doing. Next week, we have our Scholastic Book Fair BOGO event, and that will also be open during our beautiful art show on Tuesday, May 12th from 5 to 6:30. Mrs. Sheehy has absolutely transformed our building into an art museum to showcase all the exceptional work our little Bournedale artists have created all year. Much to the chagrin of the fire department, they ask if they can keep it up all year long, which unfortunately we cannot. On the 13th, as Mrs. Colbert mentioned, we have our first and second grade town hall. We are excited to welcome the BIS students and staff over to our building to answer some of the questions that the students have prepared. They've been working on the passports that I had shown you a few months ago, and in that they're talking about their questions, their concerns. So this really gives the opportunity to hear from peers that about the experience. The interesting thing is, because we are moving 2 grades up, one of the big questions was about the big kids being there, and we had to remind them that next year for them is going to actually be what last year was at Bournedale. It's going to be all the same group, and so that's kind of eye-opening for them to realize that. On the 18th, we have our incoming kindergarten students coming for Pops with the Principal. This year we are welcoming them with none other than the Toe Jam Puppet Band. We continue to bring the newest Bournedale students in for various events. More and more over the years, Mrs. Dankert's program has created a couple of different activities, and her grant helps pay for some of these opportunities. And the more we're able to bring the students and their families in, the more they feel acclimated and ready to kind of start their Bournedale experience with us. On the 28th, we have one of our final book nooks of the year that's continuing to grow and be a great way to get books into our students' hands. And last but certainly not least, on the 28th and 29th, we have our grade 2 concerts. And these will certainly be even more special this year because they will be Mrs. Boland's last musical concerts with us over at Bournedale. So we are really looking forward to that. And I keep sneaking in to listen to all the really adorable singing. So. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you so much, Mrs. Carpenito. All righty.
So we do have an update as well about BHS. And as you may know, Dr. McGuire let her staff know last Friday that she will be stepping down from her position at BHS to pursue other opportunities effective June 30th. We are very grateful to Lisa for her leadership over the past 3 years and appreciate her commitment to supporting a smooth and positive transition. She intends to remain through her final day, and Dr. Joe will be working closely with her to ensure that all end-of-year responsibilities are completed and that we are well positioned for the start of the next school year. So I think, kind of considering the timing of the situation, it's pretty late into spring here. Dr. Joe moved and was considering, and I think is making quite a bit of progress, to bring in an interim principal, and I believe she shared that information with you. Really the goal of bringing in an interim is to put someone very solid who has high school experience, strong interpersonal skills, to come in, set a positive culture at the high school, and strong leadership skills to really help this transition go smoothly. It's important to note we're not looking at people who would be pursuing the role long term, but instead just really stabilizing the building, ensuring that stability and a successful implementation of the new grade span, preparing the school community for the next chapter, and then really we would be able to do an extensive search that would include a lot of input from staff, students, families, and the broader community next year. So it would, next year would be really just making everything go well and then jumping into the search. And so as Dr. Joe did share with you, she is in conversation, and I think close to finishing up conversation with Dr. Pam Gould, who many of you know from our strategic planning. She works with Teaching and Learning Alliance and helped develop the strategic plan. She has expressed genuine enthusiasm for working with our staff, and she has strong understanding of the work that's already underway, including the Innovation Pathways, Early College, Chapter 74 programming, and certainly the transition of the 8th grade to the high school. That is an area that she also has prior experience. So I believe that she is making progress through contract negotiations with Dr. Gould. So I think that is just information for you.
Okay, thank you.
And Jordan and Chris and I met with the staff at BHS on Monday to let them know about the plan to utilize an interim, answer any questions that they had. And then I believe that Dr. Joe has prepared something to go out to them today, now that she is further along with Dr. Gould in terms of coming up with a contract. So the staff will be made aware of that as well. And then I think she's going to share that with the greater, the whole K through 12 staff towards the end of the week. So I think there's plans in place. So I don't know if there's any questions about that, or?
May I just add something?
Yeah, sure.
Dr. McGuire, I think she did a great job. I think she brought a lot back to the high school that we used to have, like the homecoming parade, and what else did she bring back? I just thought she brought a lot of the fun, like the, what's the football? Powder puff football. Yeah, so I think she brought a lot of, great stuff into the high school, so we're very, very appreciative of her.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to miss her. And Pam, we worked with her, Dr.
Gould. Yeah.
Dr. Gould, yes, we worked with her during the strategic planning, and she's amazing, so I think
Very
that's a
strong,
great choice.
Very
Yes,
personable.
very strong.
Yep. So yeah, I think it'll be a nice, solid transition.
Absolutely. Yep. All right.
And then that kind of brings us to the transition update.
Yes.
With regards to the kind of how everything's going with the Move One Up plan. And there is an update that's shared with you, but I'll just give a little summary. So in terms of staffing, we're moving forward in all buildings with hiring for the open positions. And Kristen Donahue has met with principals and directors to plan for student needs and ESP assignments. We do have feedback from the ESPs through an ESP survey as well, so that is all moving forward. Schedules, the principals have absolutely been knocking out of the park with regards to schedules. So schedules in all buildings are, kind of mapped out and being entered into Power School. So we're in good shape with regards to schedules. With regards to facilities, the room assignments have been shared at BES, BIS, and BMS. I know Liz's Principal Carpenito is looking at maybe some adjustments based on staff feedback, but then the assignments at BHS are being finalized, and those will be shared as soon as possible. Jordan and the maintenance and custodial staff continue to make progress with facilities upgrades, including painting and looking at the moving around at the high school to ready the high school for the 8th grade. So they've done a wonderful job. In terms of the physical move, which I think is what's really weighing on teachers will have time, and I'll speak to this a little later, but will have some time, a half day on May 21st to begin to kind of organize and pack. There's additional time on the last day of school. In line with the contract, we will also allow them to put in for an additional half day of time if needed. I know some principals are also looking at providing some release time if possible, so that teachers do have time to pack and organize. And then our first day for staff, which is actually first day for teachers, which is generally a professional development day, that is being dedicated to classroom setup in August 31st, so that we really know that packing and moving is a huge undertaking, and really trying to make sure that teachers do have the time to feel ready to welcome students. In terms of pre-K, obviously we've added the additional integrated pre-K classroom, and then I know Kristen will update you more around the planning grant that they've secured to work at providing services at other local preschools. And then, of course, we're in conversation, and I think we'll have continued conversation at this meeting about the possible wraparound services for families. I didn't know if you wanted me to provide an update.
I would
to the
like,
surplus.
yes, definitely a discussion on the surplus rooms, please.
Yep. So I can provide a little bit of background about the surplus space, and the surplus is kind of the word that is used in the process. So as you know, we've been seeing an increase in class sizes steadily, and it looks that that's really going to stand. And so that increase in class sizes, particularly in the lower grades, was a large factor that led to the Move One Up plan in general. And I think this is just kind of background information I know you're all well aware of. So based on the projected enrollment numbers, we've added the following classrooms for 26-27. The integrated preschool, that brings the total of preschool classrooms up to 5. We've added a kindergarten, so that brings that total up to 7 kindergarten classes from 6. And grade 1, we're bringing that total up to 7 by adding a classroom as well. So we really believe that by adding the 7th classroom in each grade level, that is going to help with some of the squeeze that we felt this year in terms of classes bumping up against or even being slightly over the numbers that are stated in the contract. So that is kind of that. That will return the class sizes to well within the contractual parameters. And then we really kind of, from there, look at some future use of the classroom space. So 6 classrooms were vacated by the second grade moving out and relocating to BIS. So that freed up 6 classrooms across BIS for use. And then in addition, as part of a schedule change and looking at what's really appropriate for kindergarten and first graders in particular, PE and health have been combined into one course, and that course is going to live in the gym. So as opposed to PE and health, where health had its own classroom, now Jen Ward is teaching a wellness class that's going to live in the gym. So that opened up a 7th additional classroom space. And so those 7 rooms, if you can kind of envision it, are going to be used as followed. 1 for the pre-K, 1 for the kindergarten, 1 for the grade 1. There is opportunity for there to be a professional staff room. That would be to be accessed only by BES staff, but it could be used for common planning meetings, things like that, time for collaboration. Additionally, Principal Carpenito is looking at a multi-use room that would be shared by related service providers when they are there. Related service providers travel from building to building. They're not all day, every day. But when they are providing related services, they would have access to that room. Pre-K has made it clear that they need a space for their motor groups, particularly in inclement weather, if the gym is being used more. So pre-K motor groups would have time allotted in there. And then also the Parent Plus meetings that are currently being housed in the media center, those would be now taking place in this multi-use space. So moving the Parent Plus meetings out of the media center would allow classes to use the media center without interruption. So the media center would be open for the media classes. I do think that Maura Dankert's office would still remain in the media center, but the groups that she's running with parents and students of children would not be in there. That would be A8, which is right near the main entrance. So it would also limit movement throughout the building.
Can I just ask you a question?
Yeah.
Parent Plus is not Maura's program.
It is Maura.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Parent Plus is Maura's
Maura,
programs,
yes.
which right now is sharing with the library.
Right now shares with the library and is instead going to move, I believe, to A8, which is right now the health room.
Okay, and because Jen Ward's going to the gymnasium, or that
Yes.
class is going to be one
Class is going to be in the gym.
Is she teaching PE and health?
It's
or is-
one class.
One class
within the schedule.
combined, yeah.
One class, got it.
That's
Okay.
covering, and those are shared standards. Anyway, so yeah.
The health and the, yeah.
And so I just listed 5 things. That is what leaves 2 rooms as surplus. And I don't know, I think also Principal Carpenito, like jump in at any point if I'm messing this up, but also I believe there's some opportunity for staff who's currently sharing office space to be spread out as well.
Yes, yeah, and the steam room was the other room that.
Yes, so the
Okay, yeah.
steam room, and we had some conversation this morning, the steam room was considered, I know Principal Carpenito was considering the steam room going into A8. That is not going to be, either it's going to stay where it is or move upstairs.
But will the steam room, to Ms. Grobleski's point, will they have running water?
Yes.
And
Yep,
all of
they'll be in a
the
typical classroom
amenities
that has
or?
windows and water.
Windows and water, perfect, okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you, that's an
All
important
right,
distinction.
yes, very good.
So I think Principal Carpenito, to her credit, has done quite a bit of work. And I think, really able to meet the needs of the building. And then in addition, there are the 2 rooms that have been set aside as potential surplus rooms.
Okay, I have a few questions.
Yes, absolutely.
Ms. Grobleski, thank you so much for your well-thought-out letter, too. We really appreciate your thoughts and your concerns and your questions. So as far as Champions already advertising, they jumped the gun, I believe.
They did
with
jump
that,
the gun,
right?
and I believe
they
that-
weren't supposed to do that.
Right, and we have had conversation with them about that. I think there are some parts of the website that they have corrected and
Yes.
some parts of the website that they have not corrected. Obviously that is a challenge of working with an outside entity, but
They
they
shouldn't have
are
done
aware
that.
that they should not have, we have not given them any
Perfect.
approval to advertise. We know, certainly that we're not there yet.
Sure, yeah.
We don't even have a written agreement with.
Right.
No,
we do
no,
not.
exactly, so they totally are like,
Right, they
yeah,
really did jump the
no,
gun.
no.
To their, I think they are kind of taking a leap of faith to entertain this program with us, and in order for it to run, it needs to have participants. And so I think that's maybe where they were coming from, but to your point, we have not come to a written agreement. They are not licensed to operate yet. Anything would be kind of a preliminary enrollment anyways. But yeah, we did not approve any flyers, any website changes,
Okay.
anything like that.
Okay. All right, I think you have a question, Miss Alex? Yeah.
remember we talked about this on Friday because we had a pre-K meeting about this. And I remember that Champions had sort of jumped the gun. But even since that meeting, they have emailed the families that are currently enrolled with their school-age children. They've emailed them all personally, asking them to register for pre-K.
Are they allowed to do that?
Our understanding at Bournedale was that the idea was for wraparound care. Specifically, we were told that it was specifically for students within our integrated program.
Could you go to the,
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
Sorry. And I only know this because I had a parent that is not involved in our integrated pre-K at all reach out, and she received correspondence. She has a student that is school age that is within the Champion After School program. She received an email specifically from Champions asking for registration for their new pre-K program that they have at Bournedale. And her current preschooler is not part of our integrated program.
So again, I think one of the challenges is we can't control what they're doing, but we have not made an agreement with them. We are not pursuing a full day K with them. I mean, we haven't. So we have a meeting set up with them for Monday where we can be clarifying what these expectations are. I mean, they can't move forward with anything
Without an
until
agreement, right?
they have an agreement.
Right.
I mean, I hear that. My worry is that it is all going to become Bournedale preschool. Within the community's eyes, it is going to be Bournedale preschool. So when these families who have already gotten the registration paperwork and advertisement go register their child, and they have given up their deposit at another local preschool because they want their kids to come to the same school, when all of a sudden that's not available, or maybe there's no space, the community as a whole isn't going to look poorly upon this agency. The community as a whole is going to look at Bourne Public Schools and Bournedale Preschool, right? They're not making that distinction. We might be able to do that at this table and make the distinction there. But we're talking about like pride in Bourne and wanting to be an amazing community and really support all of our students. And I think that a lot of people at BES have some really good thoughts about how to do that. And it sounds like teachers just really want to be able to voice them. The other administrative piece is it does sound like Champions keeps jumping the gun, but this is now like the third or fourth thing that has happened. So like if we are giving them these rooms for free, which is what we're doing, we're giving them, they're not paying rent, we're giving them these rooms for free for the first year, to this agency who has now messed up 4 times in a pretty big way, it just doesn't make sense. Like,
Well,
that's
okay, thank you. This was a need, right, Mrs. Carpenito, in the community, right, was to have this, basically.
That came out of the strategic
That's
plan.
totally, yes. So I don't understand how it would be a negative. I mean, I don't want the Bourne schools to look negatively in any way, any particular school. So I don't see it. So what am I missing?
So I think if I may, there's a couple of important distinctions. I think it is something that came up out of the strategic
Yes.
plan. That I think empowered and asked Dr. Joe to work on, and she has been, and certainly with Kristen Donahue and with Liz have done quite a bit of work with Champions to try to do that. I think the goal is for the wraparound, so that families who might not be able to participate in an integrated pre-K because of the hours, who require full-day daycare, a working parent can't necessarily finagle a 9 to 11:30 situation, that the wraparound would allow that. And so that's what we're currently working towards. I think, part of the strategic plan further down the road does also talk about universal pre-K. This program that we're currently talking about, the Champions wraparound, provides the service to families without providing the financial burden to the district. We're not paying the teachers, we're not doing those things, but it does provide the connection to our program, and it does, or maybe some opportunity for families who couldn't participate in our program to do so because they have the wraparound
So it was
services.
definitely a need.
Right. I mean, I think we are aware, and it certainly, Maura mentioned multiple times at our listening sessions that, the childcare desert, the need for childcare.
Okay.
Yes, I think that coming back together with Champions and clarifying expectations is really important.
Okay.
I think,
I was just going to say, when we were discussing this in our subcommittee, Budget and Finance, Dr. Joe had specifically said that, bringing this on was not to increase people from other parts of the community increase our numbers in pre-K. It really was truly for the kids that are there now. And so that's, again, it may be a misperception from Champions, but she specifically had said that in our meeting, that this is for the current kids.
Yes, and
Not
I think that's what
increasing.
we've been talking about all along. I do have some notes that I've taken for Champions.
For Champions, to speak to Champions?
Well, just to follow up on.
Yes,
related
yes.
to the Champions concerns.
And as far as, will you finish? I'm sorry, Kendall. Yep, okay, perfect. So safety, questions around safety and security and having an outside program sharing the space, during the school day. What do you guys have to say about that? Just like people walking, through the building or?
So I don't know if Kristen wants to speak as well, because she did go see a similar program, not Champions, but a similar program with an outside agency having a preschool. We already successfully partner with Champions to provide our before and after care.
Yes.
They are already sharing our space with us. And so in terms of a safety or a security issue, this is not random people walking through the building. This is the Champions employees who would be in the building with our children who at some point of the day are attending our preschool. And then they would be picked up or dropped off. So in terms of that type of safety and security concern, I don't think there really is one. Certainly it would be more Champion staff. They would be there during the day, but it is not random Champion staff. It would be the steady staff that is there.
Okay.
Very similar to what we currently have, but an expanded time frame.
Same people.
Well, they would potentially need to hire additional people, but it would be the same staff every day. It would be the known staff like it is now.
Okay. All right. What about restrooms for these students? Do they have restrooms in the classroom?
So the current rooms that are dedicated for Champions do not have a restroom in the class. They don't have the ensuite, but they have a dedicated restroom that would be their restroom that they would use.
Is it one stall?
One single tin bathroom.
Single. And they just have a teacher walking?
Yeah, I think that's, I've seen that at other, if you think about preschools that maybe run in a church or things like that, it's not necessarily, the bathroom's not in the classroom. It would be a bathroom across the hall.
Okay, but they have a sink and stuff in the rooms?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All
I have a
right.
couple questions.
Sure.
First one, would all of their staff be Corey?
Oh, yeah,
I assume
of
so,
course,
because they're in
yes.
school, but I just wanted to put that out there.
Good
and make
question,
sure that
yeah, of course.
That's the thing.
Mhm.
And then the next question is, has there been a meeting between the teachers where their concerns have been addressed on any level?
So we did meet on Friday with the preschool and tried to kind of hear and share our information and hear some concerns. I don't know, Principal Carpenito, you've met with staff, you had faculty meeting?
We had our faculty meeting.
At the faculty meeting. I think, and certainly the intention is to continue to have open dialogue about the concerns. And I think there is also an intention to schedule some virtual site visits and include at least one pre-K teacher in that, so that they are able to understand how the program might look in another building, and get an understanding of. One of the things that I can certainly let Kristen speak to, but there's kind of a separation of church and state between the two programs that I think keeps the boundaries kind of clear. And I don't
Sure. So I did go visit a program out in, for Sipican, who has a long-standing relationship with a Y program, and got to observe. And it really, I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. And the two programs are completely separate. They have, the school themselves has their pre-K program that services students very much like ours, in a variety of different ways, both from an integrated model and some additional more intensive services. And then they have their Y program that is completely separate, that has space designated to them. It's actually 2 rooms, where the two programs don't meet except for the transition, right? If there's a student who's coming and needs morning care from there, then they go and get walked to their teacher, just like a parent would walk potentially, or someone would walk them off the bus. To then on the reverse side, the school-based team will escort the student to the afternoon part, if that's what's needed. They have a really strict policy that's been established that the two entities don't communicate about the child unless they have a parent release both ways. So they established that so that the Y program wasn't relying on school-based staff to intervene, and it just helped set the boundary without necessarily, they're happy to communicate, let's just make sure we have the releases and everybody knows what we're communicating about if there's an issue, but it stops the need for, the teacher to, can you just come in and take a look, help me set this up, right? It's daycare, they have their own, just similar to Champions, but the Y has its own scope and sequence and curriculum. It's, while we call it preschool, it's daycare. So it is different. But that has been in existence for over 20, I want to say, she said almost 25 years now. And it was a completely had two separate feels to it, it had 2 separate purposes that were really distinct.
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, you go.
So if they're going in and out of the school, will they have their own key fobs that only work for certain hours, or will they have to keep going in the front entrance? Or if they go outside and come back in, how will that?
They have separate key fobs on certain hours,
Oh.
so that we're also able
good
to
question.
regulate who's coming in
Yeah.
and out.
Excellent. I have a question. What will your relationship, Mrs. Carpenino, be with them? Because I feel like that's your house,
Yep.
and I to Miss Alex's point, I don't, you want everything to mesh and be one. So what are your thoughts on that? How will
Very
you?
similarly to how it works now.
Okay.
So they handle any issues that might arise with parents or students, and that's a separate piece. In the same respect as Ms. Donahue was saying, that if there is something where a child might be struggling or having a difficult time, they'll approach about looking for some strategies or some tools just to make it more successful. So there is that communication piece, but it is very separated out. The parents don't come to us to say if a child unfortunately is asked to leave the program because of behaviors or other needs. It really is very separate.
Okay.
If we have issues with some things maybe that are happening in the building, I go and I speak and I set up a meeting with the Champions program.
Right.
I have a question. One of the questions I have is, it seems like from the readings that we got and emails and stuff, that the librarian, I don't know, has the librarian spoke up and said that, that it's too crammed, or they're concerned, have you had a conversation with the librarian?
So that's a separate issue. That would be with the CFCE and Parent Plus program. So yes, she and I had a conversation about that, and we discussed and came up with a solution to bring the originally it was to shift the master schedule, which unfortunately is such in motion at this point and so late in the year. That's kind of a separate spot. And that was right before April vacation. And then Mrs. Danker and I had asked Mrs. McGough to give me some time to meet with Mrs. Danker because these are all moving parts. So,
Yeah,
you know,
I
one,
imagine.
you move
Yep.
one and it's a domino effect. And with that we were looking at the schedule to see if there were times that maybe classes weren't being held in the library, that we could still run groups, so that way there was no disruption. And then in conversations with STEAM and moving and finding a spot that was more suitable for that class, we've been able to kind of look at different needs and things that were coming up once the map of the building did go out, and we actually have a great separate space that we can put those groups in, so they're not disrupting the media center at all.
So with that, is that all you, are you finished? That's fine. Okay, thank you. So kindergarten writing and research classes are scheduled to be taught in the library next year. Is that what you just
They've
addressed?
actually been doing that this year too, but next year it's a completely separate class.
Separate class, not the library.
It is in the library, yes. So Mrs. McLaughlin will be teaching that as well, but she's been dabbling in that this year. They get library twice in a week already this year.
And is that just one class in the library, like when they're doing their reading and whatever?
Yep.
We don't have another class coming in or any
No,
other
and then the
disruptions?
groups will be separated out, so those won't even be in the media center.
Okay, good. Okay. All righty.
Can I ask a question? So on the wraparound, so right now, kids are either coming to preschool, not having lunch basically. So like they either come after lunch or they are leaving before lunch. So what happens with lunch when we have these two programs?
That's Champion self-sustaining, so if
So
they
do they
are
in the
responsible for
Champions
foods.
classrooms or do they go?
Mrs. Carpenito, could you come up, just so they could hear you?
Yep, sorry. I always think I'm loud enough. So they run their own program now. Part of their certifications and building inspections require them to be able to have, refrigerator units and things along those lines. So they already hold all their own snacks, meals with the kiddos. I mean, I know at this point it's not a lunch, but we do have some kids who are in the building as early as 7 o'clock in the morning and as late as 6 o'clock at night. So they do have some pretty substantial some snacks, but that would all be housed separately. It's also part of the details that would have to be worked out in the operating manual once we have if we have an agreement with Champions.
So the plan would be that they would eat lunch
Yes,
in
and they would be in their
those
own room.
classrooms? Okay. But there's no kitchen facility, so they basically have to bring lunch?
Yep.
Much like potentially
box
another
lunch kind of
daycare.
thing.
You might pack a lunch for your child, and they would have it there. I know some
But I'm just
provide-
saying, there's usually some kind of kitchen facilities of some sort, so that's,
Sometimes, yeah.
they don't, no.
No, it would just be a packed lunch.
And will it cost extra for the custodians, obviously, to go in and maintain those rooms, or?
Just still part of our building.
Still part, yeah.
They take care of the rooms that they utilize now.
Anyway, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And if, one of the things with Champions currently with our programs, they host events, they will pay for things, so if they were ever doing that, they actually pay for that custodial staff to be there. It's part of their budget.
Okay.
We bill them for anything that's outside normal operating hours.
Bill them. Okay, that's good. Okay, terrific. Sounds good. All right. Anybody else has any questions? Thank you, Mrs. Carpenter.
Question in the audience.
Yes, come on up, please.
Sorry.
No,
Just,
go.
sorry, there are two things, and we've talked about them, but I just wanted to make it clear.
That we're talking about the early childhood groups that Mora runs, CFCE.
Yes.
But the solution currently is not that Mora will be moving out of the library. Our librarian is still going to split the library in half. One of the issues is that when we have wheelchair users, our librarian actually has to move the tables to rearrange the room for that specific class because the tables are so close together and the shelves don't move, right, because they're stationary. One of the solutions could be that Mora, our CFCE, just gets one of the classrooms, one of these surplus classrooms. She has been in a classroom before, and that way she would have her own space, and she would have a place to run groups.
How many hours a week does
So,
Mara?
so the groups would be running in A8.
Right, but we're also talking about that is supposed to be a sensory room and a motor room for pre-K at the same time that it's also being utilized by our PT and OT and perhaps speech. So when you put all of those things in one room, it's not going to be, it's going to have to be a scheduled space rather than a flexible space.
It might have to be scheduled. I agree with that. But I think, and I don't want to speak for Principal Carpenito, but I think then there's an additional staff space where some of those things could also occur.
And I think what we're saying as teachers is that we need a space that is not scheduled. We require that space. We truly do. And one of the kind of glorious things about this one grade up move that was proposed, in one of the slides that we read, it said there's going to be increased space. There's going to be our related arts teachers will not have to share space. They will have space that is developmentally appropriate for them. That space is getting taken by an outside agency, which it just doesn't make sense. If we had many, many rooms, I mean, I'm going to be honest, like, I would be happy as pre-K to have our sensory motor room upstairs in an empty room. I don't care. That'll be like, field trip up the stairs. Have at it, right? Like, that's a motor activity in and of itself. And I know that our STEAM teacher has been offered a room upstairs that has running water, just a regular classroom. The problem with that is that it's not close to the garden that she uses for instruction. And so the amount of time that it will take her to get 15 kindergartners up and down the stairs to access the garden space doesn't really work. I think what I'm hearing from BES, and really it's not truly just a pre-K issue, it's a related arts issue, it's a staff issue. What I'm hearing from BES is that we feel like those two rooms could be very well utilized within our building by our staff. The price for Champions is financially exclusive for the wraparound care. Most of actually only 3 families have asked about it and they are unable to afford it. Yes, they take vouchers. Yes, unless you already have a voucher, vouchers are currently frozen and the wait list is 2 years long. So we don't have families that are able right now to access vouchers. I'll sit down now.
Thank you very much.
I'm just curious what the number,
I know.
as far as the vouchers, because I believe that's what was presented to us in regards to Champions being able to offer the program of the wraparound pre-K, that we cannot do vouchers as a town, but they can.
Right.
But I don't know exactly what those numbers entail.
So I mean, I would have to do some more research and happy to do a little bit more research in terms of what the price reduction would be on a voucher and how many families do have access to vouchers and all of those things.
They also offer scholarships for families that they don't qualify for a voucher, but also have a hardship. And part of offering that year lease with no cost would help reduce and keep costs down for the families, because it would be a risk to them to bring in a teacher for that wraparound care.
But would the plan be to have them pay for the space after the year?
This is I take it as it's a pilot year.
Right, yep, this upcoming year, yep.
We'll see how it goes.
If we get to that point and, we can come to an agreement, it's 1 year.
Right.
I have a question. So if this, registration comes in and they only need one classroom, could they only use one classroom?
If we vote on this, is it possible to vote on giving them one classroom and then being able to allocate one other classroom to either pre-K or what the other teachers are advocating for? Are we able to do that? Do we have to do both to them?
If they don't have enough registered, right, they would have to, right? Or
So at this point, it's to separate out the kindergarten and first graders and the preschool students in one room, because the preschool
daycare would require a separate certification.
Okay. That's a good thought, though.
So technically, that room that would have the K-1 students would only be up until 8:50. It wouldn't start up again until 3:15. So during the day, we do have use of that whole room.
Well, that was one of the questions I was going to ask too, is, so that could be a shared space then?
Yeah.
In between? Just that one room?
The one room, yeah, not the one that would have the preschool students.
I have a question for you, Leslie.
Sure.
Do you have a lot of families that have approached you as far as?
Asking for this?
The need, yeah.
You do, okay.
Yeah.
And would we be nervous if those families would pull out altogether if we didn't have this?
In the past, we have lost families just because they have not been able to get their students back and forth, especially siblings. So if somebody has a 3-year-old who attends in the morning, the parent is bringing them, driving them, picking them up at 11:30, and then coming back to drop the 4-year-old off at 12:45, and then coming back at 3:15 to pick them up. So some of it was to alleviate that as well for families.
Okay.
And still having it be one location for them.
Right.
But no one has committed at this point and said, okay, we're definitely going to use this, but.
No, because we had just put out an initial, would you be interested survey. We knew from the strategic plan, we had heard from families, and that was a need, it was a want, it was a request. So that initial survey that went out was purely just to see if families, like now that it could become a reality, would you actually take us up on it?
And was that feedback positive in favor of having?
The number of families that Champions would need to pilot the program matched the initial need.
Okay.
Enough for them to take a chance on the cost.
Alrighty then,
I think
any
this
other
comes, I
questions?
think it's important for us to remember that this is for our current students right now that are
Yes.
asking for,
This is not
for
intended to
new
be for
students.
Anybody
This
new,
is not-
right? Right.
And
Right.
it is not advertising to other people to bring you.
No
come
choice,
in.
school choice or
This is
anything.
what's already been asked of the
Yeah.
students that are there right now.
This is only Bourne
So
students,
it's a
and again,
need for
it
them.
is daycare. It's childcare. Yeah.
And it will stay that way as far as, they're not going to bring kids in from other areas
No.
or anywhere else? Okay.
No.
No school choice for that.
Well, they would only be able to do what we agree to. Right. If we were to reach agreement with them, they would have to stay within the bounds of that agreement.
And we wouldn't agree to them?
No.
Sorry, just to clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
Thank you. Alrighty, any more questions on the committee? Yes, please, come on up. And I was going to ask Miss Robleski something too.
I dressed as a custodian today, so.
Oh, that's all right. You look great.
I'm Karen House. I am curious, and I just don't know the answer. If the preschool wraparound students are there and there's an injury, is our nurse then going to be used for that, or how does that work? That's one of my questions.
That's a good question.
So as it works now, they have, it's part of their policy that they have an RN on call, but they are trained in first aid. They handle all of those situations and call the parents directly. So if a child is vomiting, they call the parent to come pick them up. If they get cuts, they house all that first aid equipment. Barring obviously a major medical emergency, yes, they might ask the nurse for, if we're calling an ambulance or something else to support, but even now, they run our Champ Camp in the summer here, and there's no nurse on site. They facilitate all of that.
Okay,
So it's
that's a
not
good
extra work
question.
on our school nurse either.
Yes, okay, that was a very good question. Ms. Grobleski, did we answer all of your questions? Do you want to?
I do have one more, maybe two questions.
Sure.
Number one, will the Champions preschoolers be sharing our playgrounds with us during the school day? How would that work?
They would be sharing the preschool playground, and I believe, I don't want to speak for Ms. Carpenito, but I believe the idea is that they would be utilizing the playground when our preschools are not in session, because there's a break in between our morning and afternoon sessions. So that would be a time that they would primarily access the playground.
But they wouldn't be out together?
No, they would. I do not believe they would be out together. Liz, I don't want to speak for you.
And they would work around the full day program that is there.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So we would let them know when they could use it.
Oh, okay.
My other question was, in regards to the one bathroom that's in the hall that would be utilized for all of those students, and it's preschool, so I'm thinking there's going to be some toilet training happening, and how is that going to be facilitated by, I know it's not our problem, but the Champion staff is going to be utilizing that bathroom, which is also supposed to be for anyone else in the art class or the STEAM class. So there could be a backlog of students like waiting to use that one bathroom. How are we going to facilitate that, sharing of that bathroom? And then the custodian, is this custodian going to have to spend time throughout the day coming to check on that bathroom more often? I know during COVID, we kind of did that. We had like a checklist, and the custodians would have to come and like clean the bathroom multiple times in the day. I'm just thinking about all of these preschoolers using this one toilet, plus the rest of our students that are either in the art room or in the STEAM lab or anywhere else. How are we going to do that?
How many students are there?
Thank you, Ms. Kozlowski.
So right now, there's the two rooms that we are talking about share a bathroom already. So that bathroom is solely designated for those spaces anyhow. And although you may be talking about 8 to 10 students across the day, there would only be 4 to 5 students for each session who may be utilizing that bathroom.
Okay. So we're not talking like 25 students?
Right, like a full class, right.
Okay.
You're talking about a
And as you
daycare
can
group.
imagine, our HBAN keeps
Yes.
the custodians
Yeah.
busy all day long anyhow in the bathroom, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already a bathroom that they're going through and cleaning.
And this bathroom is not shared with?
No, it
UA?
would purely, so we have a space that would be utilized, and again, depending on where STEAM's going, that still has not landed. There are a few different possibilities.
Yeah.
But the art room would share as well. So during the time that maybe the students need to utilize the bathroom, there may be a shared space, but if Champions is bringing somebody down, there would be an adult with them. And there's 2 bathrooms right next to each other, and naturally, the kids, if somebody's in one, I mean, Champions will be Champions and only Champions, but the other bathroom for like STEAM, or if art is using it, can use the bathroom for Mrs. Hawks' classroom.
Okay.
They do that now anyway.
Okay, thank you. All righty. Any other questions, anybody from the audience, or do you have another question? Sure.
Well, can I just say, is there a requirement for a bathroom to be in a room for pre-K? I just don't know the answer to that.
No.
I don't think so.
We just talked
No,
about
and
that,
I
but
think
there's
the other
programs that-
important distinction is that this is not a DESI pre-K program, it would be an EC
Okay.
pre-K program. So we would be meeting, they would be under different requirements than maybe our preschool is, because our preschool is a DESI preschool. This is a daycare
It's
for
Okay.
preschool age
Okay.
students, and
Yes.
those are 2 different things.
Okay.
So,
Okay, good. All righty.
so
So is everybody good with no more questions or comments or anything?
And again, it's a pilot.
Yes, it is. We're doing this for 1 year, right? And if
We don't even know if we
and
are
I
doing
think
it
it's-
because it's still
Right,
in our
exactly.
contract.
Exactly.
Maybe important to
There's one more
distinguish too, the votes that are occurring today are just around the use of the space. It's not, we're not making an agreement with Champions today.
Yes, okay, did you guys hear that too?
Yeah.
Okay,
The votes that are occurring today are in order to allocate,
That
pursue, in order to
space.
allocate the space as potentially surplus, and in order to allow to potentially partner. We're not making an agreement with Champions today. We're just kind of setting it
aside.
so that we could, if everything that we learn from Champions through the process comes back agreeable. It's sort of multi-phase. So the first thing that has to happen is the surplus, then the next thing is the public use, and then it would be later coming back with the agreement from Champions.
yeah, I think we're doing it in steps, right? Yeah,
So
okay.
It's all part of the Chapter 30B procurement process. There's some other steps that we have to do as well.
Okay, but we're just voting on the space
Yes.
right now.
And well,
Okay.
we're not even voting right now, but later in this meeting.
Later in the meeting, correct,
Or you
yes.
can move the vote if you prefer.
Nope, that's fine. Miss Alex, did you have a question? Another one?
No, not specifically about space.
Okay, all right, awesome. Okay, thank you, everybody. Goodness, everybody was so helpful.
All right, so somehow we're still in the superintendent's report. So
Oh, my God.
and move it along with a
All
really
right.
quick, I'm going to put on my actual hat for a minute and give a teaching and learning update.
Sorry. Excuse me.
You can do whatever you want. So a quick teaching and learning update for the month of May. Students across grades 3 through 12 are continuing to take MCAS in accordance with the state schedule. As you heard from Principal Colbert, it's wrapping up at BIS, and BMS is wrapping up next week, I believe. I really want to acknowledge all of the work that the staff has done across all grades to ensure that our students are well prepared for the assessments, and of course, thanks to our tech team for making sure that these assessments are able to roll without issue, and that everyone is highly engaged in the testing process. We held our final district-wide MTSS meeting this past Monday, and so that brings together the MTSS teams from each of our buildings. And all year long, we've been working on identifying Tier 1 SEL resources that would be utilized at each building to support the development of social emotional skills for all students. And I'm excited to say that we did accomplish this. The high school is kind of continuing to work, but each of the elementaries and middle schools identified a core resource that they would hope to use to do Tier 1 SEL instruction for all students. It's really a much more proactive approach as opposed to a reactive approach to social emotional learning. And so some of this comes from, there's some opioid funds from the opioid settlement, so we will be doing kind of two different things, presenting to the people who work with the opioid settlement to help them have an understanding of how we're hoping to spend the money, and then also we would be bringing forward some recommendations to our curriculum sub to ultimately bring you here. But a lot of really positive work on that. That was a big undertaking, and there's been a lot of teachers that have been engaged in piloting, looking at a variety of programs, identifying programs that are most age appropriate for the different grade spans, so kudos to all of those teams. We have our final Inspired to Learn professional development days on May 21st and 22nd. All educators will be spending time with Dr. Warnham for part 2 with her, continuing our work around equitable and culturally sustainable practices. Our special educators, pre-K teachers, and related service providers will continue their work on the new IEP. And classroom teachers will have time to plan and collaborate in advance of next year, as well as to begin to pack for the upcoming moves. We also have sessions planned for our ESPs, including a timely session on self-care during this hectic time of the school year. And that will all of those plans will be sent out at the end of the week to all teachers, so they are aware of them as well. Today we celebrated our first and second year educators who engaged in the mentor program under the direction of Curriculum Director Dix, who might still be here, just left. Impeccable timing, Director Dix. And with the support of lead mentors Tara Stanton, Nicole Tangay, and Lisa DiBiasio. Our developing educators were highly supported through their first 2 years of teaching. And then actually, so the mentor program is specific. It's a specific DESE requirement for teachers who are in their first and second years of teaching. But we also provide a buddy program for teachers who have previously been through a mentor program in another district, don't need it for certification, but might be coming to us new. So in addition to our teachers who actually completed the mentor program, we also celebrated educators who might be mid-career who transfer to work in Bourne. And with their buddies. So we are just really appreciative of all the work that our lead mentor team does to ensure that our educators are highly successful and supported. And finally this week we have been celebrating all of our amazing staff members, as you heard. We actually split. We like to keep the teacher appreciation going over 2 weeks. So our elementary PTAs have been celebrating this week, and then our secondary PTAs, because our teachers are at Nature's Classroom, they're celebrating next week. So we're keeping the love going. But we've celebrated AA Day, Bus Driver Appreciation Day, Principal Day, Director Day on Friday, Lunch Hero Day, School Nurses Day, and Teacher Appreciation Week. We truly appreciate every member of the Bourne Public Schools team. We're glad to have an opportunity to acknowledge and celebrate the hard work of all of our staff members. And a huge thank you again to the PTAs who have really helped to make this week and next week fun for all of our educators. So that brings it to the budget and facilities update.
Thank you, Ms. Warney. Just got a few quick updates for you all tonight. The Jackson Field bleacher project is, as I gave you an update last time, well underway. We just got notified today that the new bleachers assembly is being loaded on trucks from Denver Friday, and should be arriving on site Monday or Tuesday, barring the traffic on the bridge.
They'll be here in a month.
We scheduled about 3 weeks to get that new bleacher system erected, Should be completed, substantially complete by May 29th, right before graduation, so that'll be nice. If you haven't seen the new layout, it looks great. We have a new set of stairs now going up from the snack shack up. We have, and then an ADA accessible area for people to get from the snack shack to those bleachers, which was always a challenge. So that's a great improvement, and it's going to be super.
Awesome. I have a question. Do they have backs on the chairs, or is
No.
it just? Okay,
No.
because everybody was asking me at the game the other day.
No.
That would have
they
been
sell
nice.
those little stadium seats.
They
that
do.
you-
Yeah.
Those
We
are-
could at least sell those.
For my
in the
back,
snack shack.
I bought those, yeah.
What's that?
I have one, they're great.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, you have to.
But the stands are purple, right?
The
the
risers are
seats,
purple.
yes, yeah.
Yes. It's going to look fabulous. Good. Other projects, meeting with the architect for the middle school roof tomorrow. We'll be walking, spending some time, several hours at the middle school tomorrow, starting at about 10:30. They're just doing some preliminary investigations about what's what and what we're doing that. So that project is moving along. Christine mentioned some improvements to the high school. If you've walked the halls, you'll notice that a lot of the multicolored brickwork has been painted white by our maintenance staff, doing that all in-house. They've done a great job.
That's great.
Really brightened up. I was against it because I hate painting brick because then you have to paint it again, but
Oh my gosh.
it was definitely the right call.
It
I'd have a
was.
uniform color throughout those hallways. If you've seen them, I think it looks fantastic. We still have some classrooms that need to get done and some touch-up painting in some classrooms, but we're going to continue to, we knocked out a lot of it during the winter. Now that spring sports is well underway, our grounds guy, who's our best, he's a phenomenal painter, is otherwise engaged, but we're still hammering that away. We installed 2 new water bottle fillers on the first and second floor in the academic wing. We had these old, original to the building, I'm sure, water fountains, ADA accessible water fountains that stuck out upstairs, and they were hideous, and those are up and running and operational, and I heard the kids love them. We also are well underway of a complete renovation of 2 of the bathrooms upstairs where the 8th graders will be. We did the similar thing to the girls' bathroom across from the cafeteria. All new porcelain,
Yeah, it
new
looks nice.
dividers,
Yep,
new
looks
floor.
really nice.
So we're doing that upstairs in the 8th grade wing as well, and probably a couple other floors. Just the floors, not the whole kabang. But I'm also exploring some new seating options for the high school cafeteria, which I think are going to be fantastic, and I'll share that design and plan with Budget and Facilities at our next upcoming meeting, and then the larger group for any input on your part, if you'd like any. But so far, the initial design is fantastic, a lot of different kind of seating, high tops, low tops, bar stool tops along the windows, portable nook, little seating areas, curvy seating, like a booth.
That is
seating.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's not cafeteria looking.
No, this is
Yeah,
exciting.
we're really trying to modernize it and
Yeah.
give it, because it's an old cafeteria.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to swing.
It's old, right, Kat?
We're not going to be able to probably swing the lighting component that also needs to be addressed, but again, our Director of Facilities, Ted Buckley, is a licensed electrician, so we're going to have somebody design a lighting plan, and then we'll just chip away at that over the next couple of
Nice.
years. This is going to be funded, if the price comes in right, through our food service revolving account. We're required by the state, excuse me, to just have 3 months of costs in that account, and we haven't been spending enough money, so this will be, we'll see where the costs come in, but I think we'll be able to get this done.
That's going to make a big difference. Yeah.
It'll also do a little bit of construction, because we'll have to remove the long set of ugly storage closets that run the whole length, but those will be gone, and we'll have high-top seating coming out of that as well.
That's going to be.
So there'll be big community tables, smaller community, private spaces. It'll be really nice.
It's going to be incredible.
And also just a thank you to the town, of course, for supporting our FY27 budget at town meeting earlier this week. And also our 2 capital requests that are dealing with school security. Definitely some fob upgrades at Bournedale to get them on the same system as everyone else.
Yeah, I'll be speaking.
Okay, Chris is going to talk about that.
That's all right.
And some window security throughout the campus as well. And also CPC funding for the study at the central office to take a look at, that aging building and give us a plan to, maybe replace the siding that's come to the end of its useful life, and also some engineering stuff that I need looked at with the ADA ramp that's cracked in the front, and also the back staircase that's leading to some water penetration there. So again, thanks for all the town voters who got out and voted. I would be remiss not to thank all the parents for their patience as we navigate yet another bridge project and the associated bus delays. And of course, Sue Downing for her tireless efforts to redirect buses if she can and adapt to the changing traffic conditions on the fly. Also, just a huge shout out to our bus drivers because, I plan my trips over, they cannot, and they have to sit there with kids on the bus, and that's a huge challenge. And it's they're so professional, they do a fabulous job, day in and day out. Huge thank you to them. Along the same lines, right now we're facing some challenges, or the collaborative is facing some challenges with the loss of a couple bus drivers for Bourne. I believe they have one in the works who's hopefully going to get their license, but we have some challenges ahead for the rest of the year, which is undoubtedly going to lead to some trips doubling up, which is another taxing thing for bus drivers. So again, so appreciative of how they handle those situations. Hopefully it'll get better, but I think, looking through the rest of May into June, there's going to be some changes to bus routes, and it's unfortunate. I reached out to the collaborative today for an update. That's how I know that they hopefully have someone in the works. But the reality is there's a shortage everywhere, and it's going to be a challenge, unfortunately.
All right.
That's all I have.
May I ask you a question in regards to the central office, the superintendent's office? That's a historic building.
Correct.
So would the town, like the Historical Society, would they be able to chip in some money to?
So because it's a historical building, I also had to present to them when I made the request. So those, it goes before, I think there's 6 presentations involved for this money.
Yes.
So this is Community Preservation Act funds that are funding the study. Because it's a historic building, it falls under that purview.
Okay.
So any repairs that need to be done, so then next year, once we get the study completed, then that'll give me a clear path on what should be done to the building and an estimated cost for it. And then I will go back to CPC and ask for the money to do that project.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Let's do the technology update.
Mr.
Oliver.
Good evening, everyone. So as Jordan has mentioned, town meeting has approved our security upgrade article. This will go a long way in improving our access control and camera systems across the district, specifically Bournedale, as well as that's going to be the main focus, but also all the other 3 schools will be looking to make some upgrades and some camera replacements too. I'll be putting out requests for quotes in the coming weeks, and I expect this work to be completed by the end of the summer. Planning for the upcoming school year is in full swing in the technology department. Big thank you to John, Nick, and also Teresa, our data person, for all the work that they do. We're working on plans to have everything in place for the new grade levels in our schools for a successful return from summer. Finally, we continue to tweak our communications in Parent Square as the families that have downloaded the app and are corresponding with teachers continue to grow. Parent Square, they have wonderful analytics, and we're currently at, and this is a new feature they added just in the past couple of months, we're currently at 54 out of 101 similar-sized school districts in the region. So for our first year fully utilizing Parent Square for parent engagement and communication, that's we're right in the middle of the pack. I think that's great. And our teachers as well as our principals, administrators are using it. I hope you got the messages, the posts that go out just to keep timely updates with everyone. And yeah, that's my technology update.
All right, and your beautiful video.
And the video, thank you.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
That was so good. Yeah, it was incredible.
It was a wonderful collaboration with the students.
Yes, they were all having so much fun. I saw them, yeah,
Yeah.
around the school. It was awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Last but not least, Student Services.
I'm pleased to share that Bourne Public Schools has officially moved from requiring assistance to meeting expectations across several key area indicators for students with IEPs. So if you remember, we were designated a needs assistance requirement last year based on some of the indicators and basically the math and the formulas that come out. It really incorporates our graduation rates and dropouts, proficiency rates in grades 4, 8, and 10, both ELA and math. It incorporates indicators from post-secondary, pre-K, all of those things get factored in. So overall, we've met the targets, and that reflects the hard work of our educators, our families, and students regarding the inclusive practices and support. So it definitely shows. So happy to move out of that destination. In addition, I did attend the statewide special ed directors meeting in April. So it was where the entire state came together. It's been a long time since every special ed director across the state has been together. So it was great to collaborate and continue to learn about best practices and legal requirements and other interventions that are taking place. We were able to directly connect with DESE to provide some recommendations on some of the new initiatives. So hopefully that was heard. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And that was it for me.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
Amazing. Yes, that's awesome. Thank you so much. All righty. I just had to text my son. I'm the only parent in this country right now, so I had to make sure he called me. All righty. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, so school committee, subcommittee, and district committee reports. Curriculum Subcommittee.
We have 2 meetings, one next week and one 2 weeks from now, to kind of go over some of the curriculum that's been developed and utilized at all the schools.
Just next week. Just next week. We condensed it down to one.
Oh, we did? Okay. So just next week.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, I wondered why that was different on the calendar.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, wait, will you stay on the subcommittees too?
Technically, yes, but I cannot attend that one.
Okay.
Yes, so.
All righty, so we're not rid of you yet. Policy Subcommittee, we have one.
May 26th.
May 26th,
Yeah,
perfect.
and there's a lot to review. There were some new initiatives that came out from DESE. There were a few things from MASC as well, like some recommendations of things to revisit, so we have a lot to review.
It wasn't
Okay.
bad.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Okay, awesome. All righty, thank you. Budget and Facilities Subcommittee,
Our next meeting is the 15th.
15th.
And as you heard, our capital request got approved at town
Oh,
meeting.
yes, that was good. Yeah, that was a good town meeting. Special Education Parent Advisory Council, CPAC.
Yes, they had a presentation on April 30th by Cheryl Sylvia, a speech and language pathologist. And she discussed early language and literacy skills, but Ms. Donahue will give us more information.
Yeah, no, that was perfect. That's
Oh,
exactly what I had to
awesome.
say. It was very positive. We tried
That's
something new,
awesome.
doing a virtual session during the day. So we're going to explore additional options to see if we can still continue to increase parent engagement in those things.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies. Cape Cod Collaborative.
Yep, we have our next meeting is May 13th at 5. I did bring these. This is basically their quarterly report that they send out. I've shared them before, but I printed a couple for people to take a look. They're doing a lot of great work, and busing is the problem. That's like a big issue for them,
Yeah.
you know, everywhere. And so I know that they have a lot of people in the pipeline, you know, but people are being offered better packages. You know, the drivers are being offered better packages that it's hard for them to compete with. So, you know, we'll see.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And District Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging Committee.
I have that from Jesse Clements. May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. As always, teachers and librarians throughout the district highlight the importance of each month and identify age-appropriate ways to provide students with meaningful learning opportunities and access to resources.
All righty, sounds great, thank you. District Technology Committee?
Technology Committee met on Thursday, April 9th. We had some good discussion around how educators are using AI in the classroom currently.
Oh,
and,
nice.
what the future lies with that, as well as decided to review some of our technology policies with some possible tweaks for consideration in the future.
Nice, okay, thank you. District School Wellness Advisory Committee?
We have not met. We have one more required meeting this year.
It's our celebration, but I can't remember when it is either.
Yes.
Oh, you have a celebration?
Charlotte
You
will
don't
tell
know.
us.
Yes. My coach will tell us.
Our coach will tell us when we're meeting.
right, you
But
gonna have a
she
party,
said we
or-
finished all our work and we just get to meet to celebrate. That's what she
Yeah,
said.
wow.
So
So
sounds
you'll
like a
share
plan.
some
I don't-
apples or
I don't-
something?
Yeah, apples.
Apples and.
No
yeah.
junk food allowed at the
No, no,
site.
no, no, no.
So.
Okay, awesome, very good, thank you, thank you, thank you. Discussion as directed by the committee, does anybody have anything? No? Zoe, are you going to be here with us one more time?
No, I will be graduating.
Wait a second, no, I don't think you will.
I won't be graduating, but I will be out of school.
It'll be.
You'll have the next, you'll have either Taylor or Lila next.
So this is your last one?
Will you be there to introduce them or anything?
I think so,
I-
right?
Yes. Yes.
Is it-
Oh,
is it
shoot, is it a senior
I
night?
have seniors having formal.
Oh, that's right.
All right, we're going to have to work on
That's
this.
your choice.
I know, I mean, come on, Zoe. Zoe, oh my gosh. I should have, I'm
It's
so
okay, we know where to
sorry.
find her.
Yes, we're going to get you something nice. Christine and I have been talking about, yes, or it's really good, a really good gift. Oh, Zoe, you have been amazing. Thank you so much. You've been such a good part of the team.
Thank you.
Done a
So
great job.
smart, unbelievable
Such good
job.
questions.
Yes, really good questions. You're going to come back when you graduate from college and be on our school committee? Okay, all right. We're writing here.
Recorded, you know.
Yes, is that going to be in the newspaper, Miss Taylor? All right, thank you, Zoe.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, my goodness. Okay,
Vote.
we're up to voting now. All righty, so,
Lot of vote.
those are the diplomas. Vote to approve warrants and payroll. Did everybody take a look at those? All righty, may I have a
Move to approve warrants and payroll.
second? All right, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. Any abstentions? Discussion? The motion passes. Vote to approve regular session meeting minutes. Of March 4th, 2026.
So moved.
All righty, any second?
Second.
All righty, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Any abstentions, any discussion? The motion passes. Vote to final approval for the BHS DECA trip to Georgia.
And I move to approve the BHS DECA trip to Georgia.
All right, second. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any discussion, any abstentions? All opposed, say no. The motion passes. All right, vote to approve the Josephine Lewis Scholarship Recipient Award.
So moved.
Okay, second.
This is in your
What is
folder. This is,
Yeah, this is
Oh.
to review, right?
This is in your folder, I believe.
Oh.
Yes,
Yes,
it said
yes.
it said the
It's-
student who
I don't
it's
even
supposed
know
to
who
go
it
to.
It said the student who it's supposed to go to, so I can just read that really quickly, no worries.
I have it open if you.
Oh, sure, you're a good reader, yep.
So are you, but I meant so you don't have to
No,
sign
I'm a good
it.
reader too, but I like the way you read.
I hope it's not a secret. The Josephine Lewis Scholarship is given to a female graduate of Bourne High School who is pursuing a field in the career of healthcare. A career in the field of healthcare. This year, the Josephine Lewis Scholarship Committee recommends the following Bourne High School student as the 2026 recipient of the $500 Josephine Lewis Scholarship, and it's Mariah Yanulovich. She's planning on attending Regis College to pursue a career in diagnostic medical sonography. That's awesome.
Perfect, I hope she knows.
This is actually a challenge to read, so.
Yes, okay,
She
that
might
was
not
good.
know, so, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, great. Thank you for reading that. All righty, so,
Move to approve the Josephine Lewis Scholarship recipient.
second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. Any discussion? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. All right, so vote to declare surplus space at Bourndale Elementary eligible for disposition. Now, I just want to make an added note to this. So this is, I want to make it clear that this is just that we're voting on the surplus space. We're not voting on anyone in particular coming into the space. And I would definitely encourage everybody to still ask the great questions and keep, really involved. If you guys have questions, please ask Mrs. Carpenino and the admin team, us. So I guess I'll ask for a motion
I have a question.
for the vote. Sure.
Is there, once that program is, in writing and they have a contract, is there a vote on that contract too here?
Yes.
Like that they can come back and
That
if
they
they
can
have more concerns?
The school committee will vote if contractors move forward with them.
Oh, that's an awesome question. See, that's why you should come back the next meeting. Yeah, I really think you need to be here. Okay. All right, so all in favor?
Well, I move
Oh,
to make a
yes.
motion to declare surplus space at Bourndale Elementary eligible for disposition.
Second. Doesn't need to be.
For room C3 and C4.
That's the next one, too.
That's the next one, too. Yeah, why
they're
is that
They're
the-
two separate.
Two separate.
Should it be the same one?
One is just declaring a surplus, and the second is to actually
specific
utilizing it
rooms.
for.
They're two separate
elementary.
votes on
Two
here.
separate things.
So it's
Yeah.
two separate things.
Yeah.
Okay, so just utilize the space
For disposition.
for disposition. Second?
Yeah. Didn't you second that?
Okay, perfect. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Any discussion? Any I can't even talk, it's abstentions. The motion passes. Perfect, thank you, everybody. All right, now this one is to approve that utilizing the specific rooms, C3 and C4 at Bourndale Elementary as a school year childcare program services a public purpose. Again, not specific to Champions or anybody right now. Okay,
Right.
okay.
That it serves a public purpose to utilize those rooms as a daycare, yes.
Okay, all right,
It's
everybody.
a public purpose, it's just part of the Chapter 30B process that has to
Okay.
happen.
And the specific motion language, if you need it, is on the link,
The written statement.
the written statement.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Can I just clarify real quick on that?
sure.
Because we had said that one of those rooms could be used when it wasn't being used as the daycare. That would work with the language?
So can I read this, or?
Yeah.
So move to approve that utilizing rooms C3 and C4 at Bourndale Elementary as a school year childcare program serves a public purpose.
Okay, second?
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Any abstentions? Any discussion? The motion passes. All righty, vote to approve.
Can these three be combined, or do they have to?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, so these are going to be combined.
Move to approve the ornithology textbook, the AP Business Principles and Personal Finance textbook, and the high school math textbook.
Perfect, that was good. All right. Any second on that, please? Second, okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any, all those opposed, say no. Any abstentions? Any discussion? The motion passes. Thank you, that was good to group them together. Vote to approve school choice for the 2026-2027 school year.
Move to approve the school choice for the 26-27 school year.
All right, second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
So we should discuss first, right?
Yes.
So discussion first,
Oh,
and
wait a
then
second.
if there's no discussion,
Then the vote.
then the vote, right?
What do you mean, sorry?
So when I second it, then you say, anybody want to discuss it? And if nobody wants to discuss it, then we can vote on it.
I gotcha, yep, I know.
It's a
I
long
keep-
night.
I'm kind of, yeah, it is, it's late. All right, so any discussion? Nope. All right, the motion passes.
You have to vote.
Well, we have to vote. I'm not real, see, you
Threw a curveball
confused me. You did throw me a curveball. Okay, so vote to approve school choice 26-27 school year.
So moved. We already voted, now we
So now
say
you have to say
yay.
all in favor.
All in favor, I didn't say that, I'm sorry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. Any discussion?
Nope, we
Any
already
abstention?
Any abstentions? Oh, my goodness. The motion passes. Terrific. All righty. Vote to preliminary approve the following field trips. And we can do this all as one, can you?
You
or-
certainly can, and I can just give a quick overview. These
Yes.
are, and thank you to Dr. McGuire for kind of coordinating this. So just as a reminder, the policy is that if it is an overnight field trip or an out-of-state field trip, they need to be approved preliminarily 1 year in advance, and then they will come back to you for final approval. So looking ahead at the calendar, these are the things that we believe are going to be occurring as field trips at the high school that would be fitting that bill, either overnight or out of state. So you've got the Volleyball Classic, which is overnight in Springfield. The DECA Power Trip, which would be to Louisville, Kentucky in November. The MBL Annual Research Trip, it's anticipated to be in early 2027. This is the trip that's funded by the MBL grant. The DECA District 8 competition, which would be in-state but overnight. MMEA, Mass Music Educators Association All-State Conference and Festival, that would be if students are accepted. We did have students accepted this year, which is in March in Worcester. The DECA Annual Career Development Conference, which is in March in Boston. And the DECA International Conference, if students were to qualify, which would be in April in Anaheim, California.
All righty, so are these the only two, or wait, we have 3 DECA things, right? 3 DECA field trips?
Four.
Is the
Or three.
4 DECA things.
So
total.
1,
4 DECA things
2,
total.
3, 4, gotcha, okay, all right. All right, good, I love that we're doing this a year in advance. All righty, so do we have a motion, and do we have to read this again?
Do we have any?
Or do we have any discussion?
It's usually
Will you make
motion.
the motion?
second.
Make a motion to approve
All right.
all the field trips, the Volleyball Classic, Ultimate DECA, Marine Biology, DECA District 8, Mass Education Association, DECA 68th Annual Massachusetts Conference, and the DECA International Career Development Conference.
All righty, second, okay, all in favor, say aye.
Nope, any discussion.
Oh, no, that doesn't say it on my
It
list
doesn't.
here.
That is where it goes, though, any discussion.
Oh, you know what? It
Yeah.
does. I'm just trying to condense. Okay, is there any discussion? Anybody want to talk about it? Nope, okay. All right, you're right, I'm wrong. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, all those opposed, say no. Yeah, I totally skipped that. Any abstentions? The motion passes unanimously. All righty.
And thank you guys for being here so late.
I know, thank you so much. So I guess, so future agenda items, continued discussion about facilities use planning.
Yep.
Ladies, continued discussion. And then Navigator Awards in June. And we just wanted, on behalf of the school committee, we wanted to wish everyone a happy Teacher and Staff Appreciation Week. You guys, I know I'm always using the word amazing, but I don't know what other word to use for you guys. I mean, look at how late you're here, right? I mean, that's like every single one of you. in the Bourne school system. You guys are just by far the best. So thank you very, very much, and I hope you're having a great week. And I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. No, I can't make it. You make it.
Move to adjourn
Okay.
the meeting.
Okay, thank you. You guys want to discuss that? No. Are we? Any abstentions? The motion passes. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What?